up, my beautiful gemstones? Thank you for joining us today for Tuesday's afternoon talk. Yeah, you guys always forget that it's Tuesday. And you know what the craziest part is? Once again, I have my window cracked. It's quiet all day. I live on like the quietest street in America. I swear I do. And my neighbor is blowing leaves again. So if you guys can hear that, if you're wearing headphones or whatever, I do apologize. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy to be here. Messy hair, don't care. Love hanging out with you guys all the time. I wanted to talk about something just for a few minutes today, and then we're going to get into the paranormal. We'll find something here about something I wanted to do on my channel. I had mentioned it in a community post, and I just want to discuss that with you all while you're here. Val SWPA, what's up, girl? Blue Crossroads, almost forgot today is Tuesday. Me too. I always set an alarm for noon on Tuesday, so I have enough time to get ready in case I forget, because it does slip my mind sometimes. It's such a random stream, you know what I mean? Mark Halstead, what's up, sweetheart? Richard Elmore, so glad to see you. Thanks for stopping in, guys. I'm going to bring in the dragon, and then I have like one or two public service announcements. We'll talk about that interview I want to do, and then we'll move along to whatever you guys want to talk about. And I am going to close the window as well. Nicole Perone, what's up? Let me bring him in. I'm going to hop up, close that window, and I'll be back in 2 shakes.
I'm alive. I don't know if I'm alive, but I'm alive. I'm awake, Mark. I'm awake. Hello, everybody. Richard, Blue, Val, and Nicole sneaking in the back door there. Miss Eris, where Eris is at? Where is Eris? What's she holding up? Hiding her face.
My planner.
Your planner? Ooh, I like that.
It's my, well, last year I messed up and I was like, oh my gosh, it's on sale. It's not $50 this time. But it was the same exact planner, but smaller. And I've been getting these for 4 years. The other Steve started getting them for me when we started streaming together, and I just love them. They're called Law of Attraction Planners, not sponsored, obviously. They have the whole, this is where I keep track of my schedule. And then here I keep track of the videos and stuff that go on my channel. And then it has like a little thing for notes where I write down all of the personal readings I need to do for each month. And then it has each day individually from 5 a.m. to 10 at night. It's really cool because the best part about this is the back, right? So after every month, it's a law of attraction planner. What's up, Life with Bobby? I don't know what a passion planner is, but it sounds sexy. So reflect on your month, and then it will give you a quote, and you write down your top 10 achievements. What did I learn this month? Distractions, mental blocks, fears. How did I make myself feel good? What didn't happen and why? People I've learned from and who inspired me. What actions can I take to improve? What are the greatest insights that I've gained over this month? How do I feel about my progress this month? How did I stay in the flow of allowing and enjoying the journey regardless of the outcome? What obstacles or fears did I encounter inside myself? What did I learn from watching my emotional vibration daily? That one's really important, guys. What was the most common negative emotion? How did I accept, let go, and move up the emotional scale? Did I fully enjoy whatever I was doing this month? Was I really here, or was I just showing up? How can I be more present? And then it has the was I in harmony scale with career, relationships, finance. And the goal is to have a perfect circle. I have never in 4 years had a perfect circle. There's always something out of whack. What is up, Long Island Bigfoot? Miss, I could have swore I just saw Paranormal Pixie come in. Oh, I saw Blue Crossroads say Paranormal Pixie. I thought it was her, but then I saw her. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just the way my chair sits, but I actually do like it. So sometimes I'll post pictures where I'm like this and I'm looking up. Because once you guys called that to my attention, I thought it was really funny. So I just want to say something real quick, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll get this out of the way. My channel, my chat rooms, man, you can tell I'm old. They're safe spaces. Okay. I want you guys to come in. I want you guys to give your opinion. I want you to passionately discuss whatever you're allowed to by YouTube standards. And I want you to do it in a respectful way, not only respectful to me, respectful to others, but respectful to yourselves. What a safe space is not is for you to drink too much, do too much of whatever it is you kids are doing these days, go into my videos and laugh at me, openly mock me, humiliate me as though you're joking with me as a friend. I am a human. I have feelings. So saying, Gemma, no, girl, that wig, not that one. But then coming in under every single video I post with wigs and putting laughing emojis and telling me how ridiculous and dumb and ugly they look, that's not being a friend. That's being obnoxious and belligerent. And I'm not going to tolerate that. So that's not a safe space. Don't pick on me, guys. I mean, you can pick on me and I'll give it right back to you. But you know, publicly humiliating me is not acceptable under any circumstances, and it hurts.
Especially treating it as a joke.
Yeah, when a friend does it, it's, you know, I expect it from like the trolls, but like when it's someone I consider a friend is humiliating me, yeah, it's just mean. So I'm not going to spend too much time on that. I just want to say that, you know, if you have something negative to say, I always want you guys to tell me. Like, I want you guys to say, Gemma, that content, not really interesting, you know, try this instead. Gemma, girl, that hair, you know, don't like that shirt. It makes you look like a zebra. I don't know. That's okay. Like, I can handle criticism if it's constructive, but openly mocking and humiliating me, that's not cool, guys. And I think most of you know that, but I think the problem is some of y'all get so comfortable with me that when you're not quite in your right minds and you get a little bug up your behind, you decide that you're going to come and take it out on me. Not you, but you know what I'm saying? Ann Palmer, so good to see you. One more quick thing. I have a friend who just started a YouTube channel. It's nothing like mine. He's a lawyer from Arizona. He's an atheist. He loves history. He's a big history buff. He's super duper smart. And he wants to kind of promote his channel a little bit. So I was thinking of how I can help him do that. He's a good friend. I met him on Facebook actually, but we became friends and like we've had late night talks, and he's just a good guy. He's not like creepy or anything. So far. What's up, Ian? But I invited him on at some point on a Tuesday afternoon to discuss just you know, his atheism, and also, though, more so, it's not going to be all about religion, but more so his non-belief in spirit. What does he think about someone like me if he doesn't believe in spirit? And just, I thought it would be really fun. So I know it's triggering for some people. And I was thinking, like, does this fit in my channel with the things that I talk about and the things that I discuss? I think that it does. I think that spirituality, even if we're not talking about religion, you know, I'm always saying like heaven or the other side, whatever you guys want to call it, God or the universe, whatever you want to call it. You know, I think it does. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to do it because I really would like to. No, Nicole, no, not talking about you, not anybody that's in here or anyone in particular. It was brought to my attention that under a lot of my shorts where I'm posing in wigs, I think people are just maybe having too much to drink and thinking they're having fun and not rethinking it once they're sober and taking the comments down. No, not you at all. The UFO hat is definitely cute. So that's something I'll definitely make sure I have a trigger warning, you know, running through it, and I'll let everyone know when that's coming up. It's probably not going to be for at least a month, but I would like to do that. And if you're interested in atheism, history, and politics, it's Ian Zev's Life, I believe it is, IANZEVS Life, all one word, on YouTube. He's definitely an interesting character. I know it's triggering, guys, but I can't base my show on what one or two people find triggering. And I think it will really be an interesting topic of conversation. Total Guerra is a total skeptic. He should be called Total Skeptic. But he's just not comfortable yet coming on and voicing his opinions because he knows the YouTube community, aside from our stream on Wednesday nights or the weekend now, to be so hostile towards people with a different viewpoint than the majority. So I'm still working on that as well. So what's up, you guys? What is going on? Thank you, Nicole. I do really like this one. I have to curl it under and figure out a way to keep my very long hair up because it does fall down. But when I'm wearing the pink ones and the blonde one, even the purple one, you can't really tell. Last Friday, I could not figure out what was wrong. My wig was moving all around and why it was so weird. I forgot to strap it. That's why when I took it off, it was already strapped from when I had worn it. That's why on Friday, like I rewatched that video. I was like, oh my God, it's so humiliating because I'm going like this and it's moving all around. And I'm like, what did I do? What's what I didn't do. So yeah, this week on Monday, we're going to be talking about, or next week on Monday, we're going to be talking about the Devil Man of New Orleans and what are they called? Vrykalakas, ancient Greek vampires. It's a twofer. Yeah, not you, baby, I promise. just a general statement of what a safe space means. Because I think, I want you
In other
guys
words,
to,
don't come in and be a jerk.
yeah, I
We really
want you
don't
guys
need
to
that.
feel safe and close to us. And, we want to be friends
There's a
with you
place
guys.
and
We
time for
want,
that.
right. You could message me privately. I just, I do have self-esteem issues. I didn't know if I was taking it too seriously. So I showed the post to a couple people and everyone said like, no, that person's like openly mocking you. And it's like humiliating. And I know there are some people who get, sorry guys, I still have the remnants of this cold. Some people who get very offended at beliefs that are different from theirs. And that's just not how I operate on this channel. So Danny Staten, greetings from South Carolina. Well, greetings from New Jersey.
Ohio.
How are you? In Ohio.
Ohio.
So guys, there's definitely something going around. And I noticed last Sunday, and Ghost Dragons, you had this happen to you. I believe it was Saturday. Might have been Sunday. I think Sunday you were more sick.
Saturday I was at my worst. Sunday was just a nightmare.
Sunday was when I was like crawling around my upstairs because I couldn't do anything. So it's like my defenses were so down. I saw so many crazy things because I was unable to like keep that never-ending migraine headache of a wall up against like darker forces, darker spirits that are lurking around. Like I said, I live in a forest. So yeah. What about you guys? Any paranormal activity? Anything paranormal going on? Tuesdays we don't come in with a plan. We just kind of let you guys. Yeah, Danny, it's funny because I used to get sick once a year where I would get a high fever. I would not be able to get out of bed. And then now it's like every 3 years. But I also live with a kindergartner. So I can't talk about it too much, but the news channel I watch, and I only watch one, only one is, I don't want to say allowed to be on in my house, but it's the only one that's ever on. And I won't say what it is, but they're talking about another thing possibly having come in from China that's now affecting children called white lung. So we will have to keep an eye on that because I know my baby's got some lung issues. And when I heard that today, I was like, oh my God. But I don't know. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. Got to play by YouTube's rules. So let's just keep an eye out for that, I guess.
Yeah. What I haven't had my butt kicked like this other than other issues. This is the first time my flu has literally kicked my butt like this in years. My dad said it's like last time I seen you sick was as a teenager. He says, you've never been this sick. He goes, I don't get it. And I go, well, dude, look what I'm going through. I mean, I got Tourette's, I got everything else going on top of that. And then, I'm worried about people I probably should be worried a lot more about.
For me to not be able to work, like, you guys know me, like I will work. I don't care the conditions. If I have a free hour, I am working and I don't care. I love it. But I couldn't even make it 2 steps from my bed to my office, like area. I just couldn't do it. And I ended up really losing out because Wednesday I had my all day doctor appointment. So I lost 2 days of work last week. Danny Staten says there's something going around with dogs too. Yeah. And that's why I don't like leaving my house. Blue Crossroads, yes. Differing viewpoints and the ability to express it in a respectful format is what the First Amendment in American spirit is what this country is all about. We should be respectful as a minimum. Yeah. Like bare minimum. I expect trolls. I always do. I have self-esteem issues that I've always had about the way that I look. My channel's got over 3,000 subs and I've kind of hardened myself as best I could for now to them. When it comes, it's like receiving friendly fire it hurt me because I was like, wow, like how horrible is this? And I intuitively, what I pick up, I think the person did it when they weren't really in their right mind and maybe didn't remember it. Lara, I did I did. I was so nervous about it after last Sunday. I was like, I've got to. So I did the one on Monday, and then I did the other one on Tuesday because I had the 2 within 36 hours you have to do. Gone. Like, it wasn't that, but I'm still suffering. Still suffering up here.
I'm suffering everywhere. Oh.
I just came across a good thing that I found that I'm going to write about probably for the next, like, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after, of hikers who were allegedly almost abducted by paranormal forces in the woods. And I found a whole like a whole bunch of research into it that I'm picking through now to do a video. Yeah. You know, Blue, for me, I'm O positive, and I did get the poke because my mom asked me to. I seriously do regret it now, but I did, and I caught it 6 or 7 times and barely felt it. So, but I'm not. My mom is RH negative, and she was exposed to it. My stepfather passed from complications from it, and she's never had it. But I want to move it to paranormal, and I really should come in here with a plan, but
why?
We always tend to find something, because I've gotten some complaints of, like, you know, you guys kind of just babble, but it's like a Tuesday catch up. Taco Tuesday with ketchup.
Ketchup.
Paradox Fossils, what's up? Roger Blair, how you doing?
Hey, Roger. Now, I was in my glory last night. No matter how bad I felt, I was in heaven. I was in heaven. I went and saw my buddy, Godzilla. That's all that mattered yesterday, was I was going to see Godzilla. And it was so good. I mean, Gemma, you would like this movie. It touched your... There were parts that I actually cried.
I never watched Godzilla.
Well, if you know me, you're going to... Especially, you ask all my kids, that was the first thing they saw. Was Batman.
I might watch it for you.
Godzilla.
You know, it's so funny. I tell you guys all the time that, like, I grew up in a horror movie family. My mom was a fanatic. She still is. You know, my mom. So at 4 years old, I think it was my niece wanted Michael Myers on her birthday cake. So, like, we are into it. So I've kind of kept RJ. He's never seen the movies. When he was a baby, I would watch It, because the new It Part 2 had come out. And Pennywise, I love Pennywise even more than Michael Myers. And that's kind of crazy because I love Michael Myers. So this morning he's like, okay, who am I? I dress like a clown and I carry a red balloon. I was like, Pennywise. He's like, okay, you do one. I'm like, all right, I wear a white mask and a blue mechanic suit and I carry a butcher knife. That's easy. That's Michael. Like, we don't even call him Michael Myers. He's just Michael. My son knew like 7 or 8 horror movie characters, and he's never seen the movies. They would scare him. But it's just like ingrained in us. Even my daughter that I put up for adoption at birth, when I finally was able to meet her when she was 12, her parents were like, we don't know where this obsession came from. This horror paranormal thing.
My
like,
mom was big in the
blood. It's in the blood.
Movies. And her first mistake was introducing me. In fact, the first movie I ever watched with her was Frankenstein. And then she goes, oh, you thought this was good. Then she showed me King Kong, and I was in heaven ever since. I like the big monsters. Smash them cities.
I don't know that I ever saw King Kong either. Well, there was a famous person, though, I think, that was in King Kong. I got to tell you, if it's not horror, I usually won't watch it. Now, my mom won't watch anything but horror. I'll at least give a comedy a try.
I watch it.
And as I get older, I notice I'm attracted to like comedy movies, but it's like blasphemous. My mother will not watch. Even, what does she play on TV all day long? It doesn't care if she's seen it 500 times. If it's not true crime or paranormal, she's not interested. Don't ask her. She doesn't want to see it. She watches my show, I think, because I'm her daughter. I don't even think my show is like interesting or scary enough for my own mother, because she needs to be like living in fear all the time.
She gave my buddy when she said, I like subspecies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a person out there An older person out there likes my kind of movie.
That's how we felt. We were like, somebody else knows about this movie. So, guys, those gift boxes that nobody entered to win, I just want to show y'all. This is all stuff that's going in the random Yule boxes I'm sending out. But I had mentioned the little essential oil thing, and I got a few of these because I just thought they were adorable. I'm trying to open them with my long AF nails here. I got butterflies, though.
Ooh, pretty.
So what you do is you set. I'm sorry.
Answer Roger real quick.
Yeah.
Roger. Yeah, I'm really excited for Kong and Godzilla 2. Kingdom of the Planet Apes looks awesome, and I have a funny feeling there's going to be a little special treat at the end of that movie, just like in the original Planet of the Apes. So be prepared for that. But yeah, I'm excited for it too. Now back to Gemma.
So you somehow set this little stand up, and I don't know, and you put this on top, right? This is a little bowl, and it comes with these little crystals. They are genuine crystals. There's just like a mismatch of tumbled stones there. And I'll be sending this out with my own essential oil creations. You put a few drops, and it's like it's an air freshener for the room. And I just thought they were adorable. So I got those for you guys, of course. I'm always looking for little things to put in boxes for holidays and occasions and things like that. And then, of course, my mother, Blue Cross Road, she would love it. Trust me. My stepfather was a police officer for a long time in Patterson, which is a very dangerous place. But he didn't believe in the paranormal. So even if he had paranormal experiences, he probably wouldn't have, he didn't reminisce about them because he wouldn't have noticed them. So check out the gnomes. Their earrings. I gave my sister, I got some Temu stuff for her, a bathroom set of gnomes for Christmas, and a gnome rug and a gnome shirt, like the one you bought me, Ghost Dragons, and a set of earrings, red and green gnome earrings. Was she wearing them? Because I didn't see the earrings. I forgot to look, and I'm like,
I saw the shirt. I'm pretty sure she had the earrings on.
I gotta look because I didn't tell her the surprises that were in the bag, the shirt and the earrings. And if she's not wearing the earrings, that means she didn't find them and threw the bag away. So I keep.
It looked like she had them on.
I'm not sure. I've got to go back and look at the picture, but that was my whole point, was that I don't know, because I've done it. I've thrown the bag away with earrings in it before. Paranormal Pixie says, have you ever watched a movie called Deep Rising? It's a great, somewhat gory, dark comedy adventure about an encounter with a Kraken-type monster. Blue Crossroads has seen it, and he loved it. Again, guys, sorry about my nose. I apologize. So one of my favorites, and I think I've said this before, is the original. I think it came out in the year I was born, like 83 or maybe 81-ish. The original My Bloody Valentine, I think, is one of, if not my favorite horror movies of all time, besides the new It. Now, my oldest son, oh my God, I got to tell you guys a funny story. So let me first say this, because I'm all over the place now. My oldest son came to visit me at my mom's last year when I was going through that really hard time. And he and his girlfriend came, and they wanted to watch a movie called The Terrorizer. And I think Killer Clown, pretty awesome. Gonna be like It. Let's watch it. No. Don't do it. It was creepy, like really, really creepy. That's what made it so scary. But the gore, I'm not big on the gore in movies. I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm just not big on it. I still haven't seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. My mom said it was absolutely horrible, which stinks because we waited 6 months for it to come out. And then the little witch that she is, Mom, if you're listening, went and watched it with my aunt and didn't wait for me. So I was out with my sister all day Saturday. We went for lunch. We went to the mall. It was me, her, and my little guy. And then we decided to go to this German Christmas beer festival thing. I don't drink. She wasn't drinking that day, but it was a Christmas festival as well. So they had really good food. I got some pierogies and kielbasa, and just had a really nice time. They had all these little Christmas shops and homemade things. The crystal shops were, you know, everything was 10 times what it should have been priced at. And you guys know me, like I don't like that gouging type of energy. So I didn't get any crystals, but they had beautiful stuff. But on the way, so my oldest son, he's 24, he was being bullied at his job, to the point where they were making fun of his weight. They were making fun of his generation. And I don't want to get too deep into his business, but, you know, obviously he was upset about it. My son is a big, giant teddy bear of a kid. If you've seen his pictures on Facebook, he's adorable. And he looks like big and scary, but he's not. He's actually a sweet little mama's boy. He's going to hate me for saying that. So anyway, I go into his job to surprise him, and I'm wearing my pink wig, and, you know, I'm looking pretty. And one of his friends from high school is there. So I did not raise my oldest two sons. So his friend from high school just happens to be there, and it just made me feel good. I know he probably hated it, but he's like, that's my mom, you know, because I walked in, I'm like, hey baby, how are you doing? And they all know that he's been with this girl for a really long time. So I'm calling him baby. This kid's looking at him sideways. You know, and he's like, dude, that's my mom. And he's like, oh, wow. Oh, his mom? And I'm like, yeah, I'm his mom. I'm Cindy. Hi, nice to meet you. And I just said my real name. Shouldn't do that. And the kid goes, well, that's my mom's name too. And I'm like, oh, that's great. He's like, but are you really his mom? Are you his mom? And I hear my son go, dude, calm down. That's my mom. I don't think it was that. I think it was just that he was shocked to finally meet his good friend's mom. But the best part was this other guy comes out of nowhere. I'm going to have to edit my name out. I can't believe I just did that. This other guy comes out of nowhere and he's like, it's the YouTube ghost girl. The YouTube ghost girl's here. I was like, I'm like, that's probably me. Yes. Hi. And he's like, I watch your stuff. Like, I'm like, yes. I'm like, my brother-in-law is your boss. And my son, this is my son. He's like, oh my gosh, this guy was so nice. He offers to lend me all of his ghost hunting equipment for nothing. Like, just lend it to me for as long as I need it. And he's like, just don't break it. You know, go do what you do and let everyone know that I lent it to you. I'm like, this is great. So now I have some ghost hunting equipment coming. But the main reason I told that story is I thought it was incredible. It was the first time I was ever recognized by someone outside of my family for what I do on YouTube. And I just thought it was so cool. And yeah, I know my son was embarrassed, but I thought it was cool. And I was telling my son, who a lot of you are subscribed. You subscribed for me, bless your heart, to his YouTube channel where he raps. And he's really good, but he has my self-esteem issues and my confidence issues, unfortunately. So I told him there's a rapper called Dax who does songs, and he'll do a verse and he'll, you know, put the microphone out, and he wants you to send in your lyrics over his beat. I told him, if you don't do it, I'm going to embarrass the heck out of you, and I'm going to do it. Because I've been writing poetry since I was 5 and rap since I was like 14. And I'm just like, dude, if you don't do it, that's it. So anyways, Guardian Jackpot says, as a Christian turned atheist, spiritual sim theorist, source temp, I don't know what that means. Atheist from Arizona would recommend Journey of Souls to him. Yeah, you know, Guardian Jackpot, and that's the thing. I don't like discussing religion like in a stream like this. I'll talk about it for a minute or two and move on, because it does get intense for some people, and I never want to alienate anybody. But at the same time, I would really like to have that conversation with him. So what I'll do is I'll advertise it for what it is, and then anybody who thinks that they're going to be triggered or not be able to stand it and behave themselves can just not watch it, you know. And it's not going to be something that I do all the time. It's just something different that I would like to try, mainly to promote Ian's channel, because he's been such a good friend to me. And I know how much courage it took him to finally take the step to do it. He's been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time. I know what that feels like. Mine was 3 years in the making, and all I had to do was turn the camera on. It's scary putting yourself out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just really proud of him. And I just think it would be an interesting time. That's all. I'll probably go for about 2 hours that day and just have a good time. What's up, Smoochy girl? Yes,
hey,
we were just talking about the sombrero.
Hey, John
wow,
P, how you doing?
What's up, John P? So, yep, back to horror movies. They got to bring something good out.
Well, you got a bunch coming up.
I heard that the first ever like real recognized horror movie, which I didn't know this and I've never seen it, but it is on my list, is called Black Christmas.
Yes.
I don't know
it's
if that's
actually
true.
Really the first slasher movie.
My son loves Ghostface. He's obsessed.
So
let me look that up. The first ever horror movie.
It could
The House of the Devil. The House of the Devil is considered, is considered the first ever horror movie directed by George Méliès and features innovative camera trickery. Dante's Inferno is the first feature-length horror movie adapting Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy and showcasing extreme violence and gore. The House of the Devil was released in 1896. It was the first horror movie ever made, showcasing horror elements such as skeletons, witches, and objects moving on their own. Speaking of objects moving on their own, my stepfather would sit all day and watch the old Supermans. And I just always thought they were so corny. Like, how do you not? But like back then, he would say, like, back then, this was big. He's like, we didn't know how they were doing it. Like today, we know that he was laying on a table going like this. But like back then, that was state of the art. That was cutting edge. And, you know, if you look back on some stuff that came out in the 90s, like look at the Terminator. What would we have been able to do with Terminator 2, which is one of my favorite movies of all time? What would we be able to do with that movie today with the graphics and stuff that we have now? So I guess
you look at the Superman from the 70s, you know, with Christopher Reeves. When they, you know, people were freaked out when they said, you know, you'll believe a man can fly. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing what they do now. Hexam is all right. It's an interesting movie. It's a must watch to kind of get an idea of the time.
Do I think they've been hiding all this tech? I think some of it. You know, I got to be honest with you, Smoochie. I believe that there is a way to time travel. I believe there are cures for many diseases. I believe in a lot of different things that YouTube would consider conspiracy. And that's kind of why I want to move to Rumble too, so that I can discuss these things. You know, if I started my YouTube channel today, I would talk about what's going on in the world and I would be probably hated by a lot of people. But I like my channel the way it is. And I like my reputation as being kind and honest. So that's why sometimes I lean away from some subjects because I don't want to alienate anybody. Like I want everyone to feel safe in the spaces that I'm creating with my channel. But time travel for sure. Cure for cancer for sure. Like I believe that. But I also believe that it's going to be a long time before we're able to do anything about it. Just like I believe the other side is just, it's not up or down. It's just about 3 feet above the ground, vibrating at a little bit higher of a frequency. And most of us cannot see it. That's why a lot of entities and spirits, guys, will seem like they're floating. They're not. They are actually just appearing as they are over there. I mean, of course, some of them do float. I can never speak in definites because everything is always so different. But they're just appearing from where they are. Guardian Jackpots. I will check it out for sure. Thank you. And I'll pass it on to Ian. And hopefully within the next month, maybe 2, I can get him on here and we can just have a polite discussion. I don't want to debate anything. And he seems like down with that. Like he understands what the place I'm trying to approach it from, which is just like, I'm curious to see, you know, how it's possible. Now, I used to be an atheist until I became a Christian. So I get it. But then again, I don't get it. So I just want to have a regular conversation. Do you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it'll probably move into why he doesn't believe in the paranormal. It'll be a more paranormal interview than a religious one. But I know religion's going to come up and I know that makes people uncomfortable. So that's why I brought it up.
I don't believe in the paranormal, but it keeps believing in me.
I actually say that to Ian all the time. He'll be like, I'm having such a bad day, or like this happened to me today. And I'm like, just got to pray. And like knowing he's not going to do that. And he's like, well, I don't pray. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but just because you don't believe in the other side doesn't mean it doesn't believe in you. But those are private conversations that I'm able to have without violating anyone's safe space, but publicly, Gemma on YouTube, I really like to keep it sweet and keep it simple. Because I like my channel growing the way that it is. I already have 3,020 something subscribers. 10 days ago, I hit 3,000. And that's thanks to you guys and the promotion you guys do for me, putting me out there and talking about me. Finally recognized outside of my family for being on YouTube. And it was so cool. So Zach, if you're listening, I appreciate you. Thank you for noticing that I'm the YouTube ghost girl.
I heard one day going through Myers, hey, it's the keeper of the list. I don't know who said it, but I actually heard it.
Do you remember those weird people? I mean, not to call them weird, they're probably listening, but it was a weird situation where they just approached you and asked you if you wanted to ride to Jersey.
And they knew who I was, which was cute. And I was like, I almost considered it. They were awful nice.
That's why I like to get my merch out there. Because I want people to be like, well, who's that? And then that's how, it started when I was speaking with the Ghost Brothers and getting the Para Unity opportunity that I got was because my sister was wearing my shirt. And Dalen said, who's that? Is that you? Because the picture was on the back and the picture was me as a blonde. It said Gemma Jade Paranormal YouTube on the front. That was the one she was wearing. And I was like, no, that's me. And that's how we got to talking. It does open up doors. Now I realized that on my business card, which I aggressively brought 500 of them, some of the information's wrong. Moon Bear Oracle is no longer a valid email. I thought I could still check it, but I had gone so long without checking it that they shut it down. So now everyone I gave that email address to is probably trying to contact me. So hopefully they see this. Got to get new business cards. Smoochie, I'm so glad you feel much better. Blue Crossroads, yeah, that's why I always tell people merch isn't about the money for me. I mean, yeah, I could use a few extra bucks. Who couldn't? But it's about getting my face and my name and my brand out. That's what I was, and I've said that many times. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to have a conversation with Arisha yesterday. Where is Lotus Girl? Miss my sisters. Yeah, life with Bobby, sweet and simple is good, and I do aim for that because I want everybody to. I love our Oracle stream. I want it to be like that all the time to the best of my ability. I don't ever want anyone to feel unwelcome or unsafe or triggered by me. That's not something that I want. I got all these decks, guys, for shorts. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 decks just for shorts. So make sure you're watching them. Leave positive comments or constructive criticism, please. That's all I ask. Positive. And if you can't be positive, be constructive.
At least be respectful.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
I
try to be as respectful as possible. So. Not always, but I try.
Nobody's perfect. You can't expect perfection.
I don't claim to be, nor do I wish to be.
I try to hold myself to a higher standard because I'm kind of in the public eye, at least when I'm live, right? And I don't, I do hold myself to that higher standard where I'm able to keep myself calmer than I would in real life. But honestly, by practicing on YouTube, I've become a calmer person in real life. And that was my whole idea in the first place, was to become Gemma Jade and be that person that I saw in me. I like tarot and oracle cards. I lean more towards oracle, but have a few tarot cards. I have several tarot decks as well, and I do know how to read them now for the most part. I feel like oracle is more in depth. It's more decisive, because with tarot, each card means this. Mark, no, I did not, sweetie. Messages from yesterday. I'm going to have to check my phone because I don't even remember getting any. I got, I didn't expect a response right away, and that's all I saw. So I'm sure they're still there. So anyway,
Cindy Lee.
What's up, Cindy girl? So tarot is like, this card means this card means this, and you can have different interpretations of it. But with Oracle, I just feel like there's like a whole world of knowledge in them, because especially when you intuitively read, because it has nothing to do with the book or the picture or anything. It's just like you're pulling this. The card is merely the connection. It's the connection point. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I lean more towards Oracle.
Really.
I'm sorry?
You don't really need them either. That's what's so funny. Because a lot of times I know that you pull a card and it's not what really is going on in your head. You read it and you can tell. Say that. Yeah, but there are times you can tell right off.
I'll say this is off card, but because but it is easier for me to make the connection through the card for some reason, rather than like just staring at somebody. So one of our gemstones is buying some haunted dolls. And she hit me up for some information. Well, that's what I did at first too, Ghost Dragons. But I reviewed the dolls. I looked at photos of the dolls. I read the reviews. I went through the information, the history, and I believe in the person selling them because she mentioned some things that a regular person wouldn't know. Whereas people are like, this doll is haunted by a 5-year-old. First of all, I'm very suspicious of child spirits because children usually 99.99999% of the time go right over. They're not hanging around playing with dolls. So usually it's lower vibrational, or dare I say demonic activity. Not all the time though. So there are exceptions to every rule. Now, a lot of the times it's also because they're being forced by something darker in the area, or that happened to be attached to them somehow to stay. But this psychic and this psychic knower who's selling these dolls said they chose these vessels and they don't care if they're together or not because they see each other in spirit. A regular person would not have known about the fact that they can bop back and forth to be with the doll. They're not possessing the doll like a lot of dolls claim to be. Like, this doll is possessed by the. These dolls are not possessed. They're simply tools that the
vessels,
very cheeky elderly women use to mess with the people who bought them. It's their way of being a guide to the person who owns the doll or the dolls. And I'm excited for this person. Normally, like I said, I would say no, like, do not do this. But I didn't see it. Miss Cindy. I'm going to have to go and look at it.
Hold on.
Oh boy, I'm sure I'll love it. You're so sweet. You are the meme maker. I have to keep that in mind. Smoochie, that's what I said. I was like, girl, why? She was like, for companionship. I was like, but actually she actually found, and I believe she was led to these two dolls specifically because these elderly women are guardian spirits. That's all, until they cross over. They're not haunted. They're not lower vibrational. I told her that she needs to make sure that she communicates with them and lets anything else in her vicinity know that these spirits will be coming in, and let the women know that they might be walking into something she doesn't know about, that and that. So Miss Cindy, what happened was I had tags where I had to review them on Facebook. And then every time Arisha mainly or Tennille or anybody would tag me, I couldn't find the tags and they weren't showing up on my wall. So I took tags off. Then someone tagged me and said something incredibly vulgar about things they wanted to do to my body specifically, posted it right up on my wall for everyone to see, my kids, my parents, which is why I have to make separate accounts and I keep forgetting. So then I had to put the block back on the tags. And now I'm going to have to go to your page and search them out and then tag myself in them. Got to do it.
Hold on. I'm looking for it right now.
I'm excited.
Hold on. I buried it.
Did you send them in Messenger? I really hate when I turn on
Okay, I got it. Don't worry, I got one of them. Hold on.
When I turn on my Facebook and I see just like a big butthole in my face, if you want Mama Cindy to put them in Messenger for me, because like I said, I can't find the tags. I cannot find them. But because of disgusting people, I had to put block on tags. So, and I hate it because I know you guys tag me in funny stuff. You guys tag me in things. I hope you all are having a really great day, a really great week. We got 9 minutes, so we're going to end here. And I know this was a lot of rambling and rabbling, but that's kind of what I like to do on Tuesdays. Just catch up, check in with y'all's week, and let you know what I'm doing. For members, on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, I'm trying to get listener encounters together. Doing my best. I've got to go back like a year. Oh, I'm definitely sharing that. I'm sharing it.
Hold on. There's another one. 1 second. Let me get the other one. I like the other one too.
Cindy, thank you so much. That's so amazing.
Wait, I screwed up. Hold on.
I love it. I said that the other day. I forgot all about that. I'm like, there should just be a meme like the Kermit with the tea.
Okay, here's the other one. 1 second.
I love that I have the pink hair too. That's the best.
Here you
go. Spilling all that tea all over. They're amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to share them on my Facebook, and I'm going to share them to the community too. That is so fantastic. I don't know how you do it, but I love it. I am so tech challenged. I'm lucky I could operate a computer. That is so awesome. I'm doing big things. I'm getting recognized. I'm now a meme, which was like the ultimate. And it's not like a bad meme of like a stank face. It's something funny. So that's cool.
There's pictures I posted a while back ago with my hair all messed out. I looked like I literally crawled out of bed. I figured somebody would steal those, and I was surprised I haven't seen them show up yet.
If I knew how to make memes, I would have, because those were funny. Don't behave poopily. Yes, that's the next one, Miss Cindy. Whenever you have time, don't behave poopily. Everybody remember, like, I've made up so many words throughout the years, but poopily is one for the record books, apparently, because everybody remembers that I said that. People will come in and just shout that into the stream. And that was like 3 months ago, but It's funny. I make up words sometimes because you know what it is too, guys? Like, I'm thinking on the fly. I'm trying to receive the messages. I'm trying to make sure nothing attacks me. I'm trying to read from the book. I'm trying to pay attention to y'all. I'm trying to do all this stuff. And sometimes words just like escape me. Poopalicious. Yeah, poopily. Poopily. You got to really watch on YouTube what you say. You can't say. And I found myself in real life. So like even the other day when I was talking to my sister, I kept saying poop. Like instead of the other word, like instead of cursing, I kept saying poop. And I mean, my son was there, but like even like when he was in the bathroom or like she and I were like whispering or he was sleeping in the back seat, I just said poop. It's just like a habit now. Now it's just like my word. Thank you, Mark. That was awesome. I can't wait. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to share those. Definitely cool, guys. I'm excited for Christmas. I will say that. It's going to be a tough one because, of course, this is the only month out of the entire year that my paycheck was tiny. But it does what it does, guys. And I also am teaching my son, because he's old enough now, that the gifts aren't really the reason for the season. And I got him, I'm not going to say what it is because sometimes he will run across my stream and fast forward and listen to it. What's up, the cat? But I got him the one big item that he wanted. I couldn't afford the insurance on it. I'm wondering if I can go online and put in like the receipt number. Like I know there's a way with some electronics where you can go in and purchase the insurance afterwards, within like 10 days or something like that.
I'll show you.
Yeah, it was like $30 something, and he wouldn't let me use like pay for the thing and put the insurance on a different card or pay cash for the insurance. And I didn't have like throughout 3 cards, I just didn't have enough on any of the cards because this item was hundreds of dollars. Finding a usable Kermit. I spelled that so wrong. Don't worry about it, Smoochy Smoochy. Yeah, if I just curl this, I think it'll be good. Guys, on that note, I'm going to end it. I love you guys. Cindy, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. I'll make sure that if anything comes up that I think is going to be triggering for you guys, which should only be that one thing, I'll let you know far in advance so you don't pop in and, get all freaked out. But I just want to have a nice, relaxing conversation and try to understand. And like I said, I also want to promote Ian's channel, Ian Zev's Life, IANZEVS Life, LIFE. It's nothing to do with paranormal. It's about law, politics, history, and sometimes atheism. Life with Bobby, everyone else, you guys are so welcome. We love doing this. It's actually,
I didn't say much today, but it's been hard to talk. So,
well, I did kind of go off, but lots to say. I
let you run this show because I run my mouth all night tomorrow night.
Yeah, Miss Pixie, I still have like a little bit here, but I think like the worst is over. And I feel like Ghost Dragons had what I had last Sunday, this past Saturday. So love you too, Miss Smoochie. Just go on about your week. Have a great week. And Friday for members, I'll have something up. I think it's going to be listener encounters. Y'all are just going to have to give me a little while to get into a groove of like what I want to cover there. And maybe something scripted again, but I will be eventually moving away from the scripts for members. Okay. So don't think if you get another script that, that's going to be what it always is, the same as Mondays, but it might be for a little bit until I channel more information. I plan on channeling a whole bunch of stuff, putting it out there, and then just moving it through the members community. I'll see you guys. And Palmer, yes, don't be a stranger, please.
Please come back. We haven't seen you for a while. It was so good to see you.
Intuitive Oracle should be Saturday this week. I'm 90% sure because I'm more than likely will be at my mom's, but I have to talk to her tomorrow and see what's up. Bye, guys.
Good night. Good day.